I figure I should start talking. Otherwise, I'll go mute the rest of the stream. Hello, hello. How's Stewie and Very doing tonight? You were thinking about something like a voxel ray tracer? Kind of like oh, that sounds really cool. You should do it. I highly encourage. Go for it. But in a shader, so would you be like using compute? Alright, how's the music to my voice? Well, I figured with ray tracing, it's kind of hard to do recursion with ray tracing. Well, it's hard to do recursion in just like a pixel shader. You don't need GI? Okay. That is a good point, I suppose. I guess if you just do first hit and maybe one bounce, and that's all you really need without GI. Oh yeah, totally. And it does make a lot of sense to start with something like a pixel shader because it's, well, easier to start with. Specifically in Godot. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You can get feedback live from the shaders? Yeah, yeah. Oh, your challenge run in WoW is officially underway? Is that the one with making it to max level without taking any quests? Or have you started a different one? I haven't done, okay. It's not what I want. I poked around with a little bit. I experimented a little. I was doing a lot over the weekend trying to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use Rust for this ray tracing project. Part of it is I was really unhappy with kind of just the dependency hell I was running into with Rust, and I didn't want to rewrite my entire ecosystem. Godot was kind of nice. I really liked it. If I was going to stick with Rust, that's probably the route I would go. But I kind of really want to have my own tech stack. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not going to be using Godot. Yeah, the SIG stuff, I looked a bit about it, and I wouldn't use it with Godot personally. I could probably go through and generate the bindings myself, but I don't know, I couldn't be bothered. I kind of have a whole bunch of code already written in C. so I can just make use of that. So kind of what I'm doing right now is integrating OpenGL. Amazing with how much custom stuff they make things easier. Yeah, it looked like there was a few macros for just getting rid of a lot of the boilerplate you would normally have to write, which is pretty rad. All right, so here I select my screen. Where is it happening at? I would assume within a connection. Yeah, open up the display. We're still doing the crappy auto repeat off. We're gonna have to fix that. We select our screen and pop out. So this is where we're gonna throw in a, where's my auto key? What the heck? Oh gosh, help. My auto key's not turning back on. That's gonna be a pain. I got auto repeat off, yeah. How to get a being heavily dynamic and inheritance based makes it, yeah, that makes sense. So there's a lot of glue code in there to make things as seamless as possible. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do, I don't know if my logging is actually working, but we're gonna do our best. Yeah, we're gonna use OpenGL for now, and then we're gonna integrate Vulkan in later. And the reason why we're just sticking with OpenGL is because all I really need is to bind a couple frame buffers. We don't need anything fancy. I figured it would just be quicker and easier to get started like that. I know I'm missing some headers. I need gel, and GLX. Yes, Cal. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Or should I say, Scally? Oh, you found the thing. What'd you find? Ray. ARB proc. Nope, we gotta load it here in a moment. But I was looking for something specific and I've lost it. Oh wow. Nice. Is this, oh, this isn't by the, cool. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick peek real quick. You know what, let me pull this over to the main monitor so y'all can see. I'm kind of curious what type of Raytracer they did. So yeah. So they went through. So the reason why this happens, I assume this was tested on Windows. That's just an assumption. But basically, if your GPU stalls too long in Windows, Windows will reset the GPU. Oh, macOS. Oh, psh, I'm gonna stop talking. I apparently have no idea why it crashes. Alright, I'm kind of curious. Jenkins. All right, so that's what they did. Hold on, where's my entry function? Here we go. Ah, they included spectral. Cool, cool. And then they bounce it. Yep. Wait, where? Oh yeah, that's the shader. That's where. Yeah, so they didn't really. They kind of took the Retracing in a Weekend book and put it in a shader. I've done that before. I have a CUDA implementation of the first book sitting around somewhere. It's like a really good exercise. Oh wow, they generated the shaders. I mean, the scene in. Ah, okay. Cool, cool. But yeah, the current plan is to implement it first on CPU, and then I don't know. I don't know how far I'll take the CPU. I would love like to stay dedicated to the project and go all the way through PBR book, but eventually we're gonna move over to the GPU. Cute Tay. No, you. I do too. That's actually. So, one of the first little renders I want to do is. I don't know if you know of the backrooms, like that little internet lore, horror lore. Yeah, yeah. I want to make a very, very small scene and just render it in the Raytracer. Just something like a room, all dark and creepy. Nick, hi. How are you doing? You're rambling about OpenSSL? I don't know much about that, but I know it caused me a heck of a time when I was trying to do my little chatbot a while ago. But yeah, I really should take a peek at the Blender cycles, Christui. It was supposed to be like CUDA, but cute. Yeah, no you. I know what I said, Scully. I stick by it. But how's the Nick doing? It runs basically every computer, and the project appears to have run. Holy crap. Why does that make you mad? I don't understand. I have a whole bunch of trash code here. And so it's just screen connection display. Wow, no more rust. Wait, Scully, you're not supposed to celebrate that. Don't be happy. Sammy, welcome. How are you doing, Sammy? What language would you like you seeing me use? Yes, Cal, what's your favorite language? I'm gonna put you on the spot. C gang, rise up. Yeah, yeah. Technically, we're programming Zig, but we're actually in C. Mainly because, see all these files right here? I don't really feel like rewriting them in Zig, so they kind of just get dumped. Programming in Zig. I mean, if everything works once we get OpenGL surface bound, we'll be writing in Zig. By writing in Zig, I mean consulting the docs because it's been months since I've last programmed in this language. You're not sure? C is C++. Not gonna lie, BSCow, that's exactly how I program in C++. I'm getting a little distracted. The music's too good. Okay, I expected this to kind of fail. I wasn't exactly sure what was gonna happen there. We'll just do the old-fashioned assert false with an error message. Wait, what? You have no dance, so you shall roll. Incompatible integer conversion. Am I looking at? Okay, that's just because, whoops. We just don't have assert. Alright, so one thing I would love to see the Zig compiler eventually do is like, not this. Oh my gosh, all I see is word soup and my eyes can't focus. It is more than a little annoying. Which is why I have to fix an error and recompile it because I just can't distinguish errors. Parameter of type int. So I had used default screen earlier. Wait, where's my repo? Here it is. Wait, what does this function return? Alright, that's super weird. It really does when it ends. Okay. This is very odd. I don't exactly know why I did it like this. Hmm. Alright. You know, it'd be nice if it gave us a list of functions regarding the struct. Alright, so this is kinda what I have. What if I'd be really, really lazy? I think I'm gonna be really lazy. We're just gonna see what happens. It worked for me in the past, so what's the worst that could happen? Undefined simple. What I'm probably not doing is linking a library. Any sort of header for me? I guess not. Well, I can probably guarantee there are a bunch of libraries not being linked to. Thank you for the liquidate and the stretch. By the way, how is the music compared to my voice? uh, right now I am. I don't know if I'll use it. Music is pretty quiet. I'll bump it a bit. I don't know. The linter, or not the linter, the LSP for Zig is kind of eh. It keeps airing out and shouting at me. So I don't know. Zig analyzer when? Oh, I would love to know that. See, that's what it does to me constantly. Wait, there we go. Like it constantly crashes. I don't know what its deal is. Zig Clippy. For real though. Yep, that was it. We just hadn't linked the GL library. Awesome. Alright, next up. Build.zig, yeah it is. They've changed some of the API since I've last used it. Cycles is 4%, so you make that sounds horrendous, not gonna lie. Maybe this one will work a bit better. Because that last one sure was not. Alright, so we grab our frame buffer config. It's a nooge. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, you're trying to build it. Oh my gosh. You are very brave. Ah, visual ID. Doesn't seem okay, cool. You never know sometimes though with CMake. Don't even call, only make. Oh, nice. So we lost the C. What do you mean? The C's right here. Where? Right there. Indeed. It's downloading half the internet as prelit. Oh crap. That is quite the horrifying sight. Again, we're just gonna assert false. And technically that should be all we have to do. How does this context then get used? Oh my goodness, just a bunch of header and static libraries. Fascinating. Alright, we gotta make that part of our client window at some point. But it's not used. Alright, here's our map window. But the question is, do we... Wait, we have to use glx create window. I am now lost. Okay, we do the xcb create window. And then we have to use glx create window. And then we call make current. Okay. Any intention to make this run on the web? Probably not. I might end up using WebGPU or WGPU. There's like well, probably not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do for back-end graphics, like hardcore graphics yet. It'll just kind of depend. It'll depend on a few things. For now, I'm not planning on it. Although I don't really know the logistics of that, because I'm gonna need some major compute power to calculate scenes. But although I guess you could just say, well, you just don't get to do complex scenes on the internet. Which is fair. What is drawable? What is context? Hold on. How's the physics engine situation? Probably not existent. There aren't many libraries and stuff for Zig yet. What was it? Here's the window. Here it is. I'm trying to think of. I don't know if there's a compilation of all the SIG libraries right now. Usually if there's a C library, it'll work with SIG. So, alright, that gets a search ELX window. Our context was above. It just happens. Now what is this drawable I'm seeing? Our GLX window? Weird. Still waiting for GD extension with Rust to get more mature. So you can enter Rapier? Ah. How much longer do you think that's gonna take? No idea. Dang. Alright. Let's throw this in a build. 4.1 might be out by then, let's be honest. Dang. Well, 4.1's just gonna be later this year. Nicholas is still downloading stuff. Oh my goodness. Alright, I need to save this GLX window. I'm not even gonna bother with correct naming. And what do we end up destroying? The display in the context. I'll just save it all because I can. Oh my goodness, I want my key repeat back. Give it back to me, please. Just give it back. Payne, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. And let's see, we destroy our window. Well, if cycles downloads everything it needs, that might. That's probably true. I'm sure Blender goes through great lengths to make sure their build process is good. Or at least that's what I would expect. I see you rolling there, Sammy. Or did I call it GLX window? Probably called it GLX window. All right. So, if that works as we would expect, that will create our OpenGL context and destroy it. Unless we crash. Where'd we crash? Mm, I hate it so much, Dewey. Basically, yeah, there was an error. Oh well. Good luck. 4-3. Is that? That was 4-3 before, right? I am reading this correctly. We'll just set it to 4-4 and it's whatever. No, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I think you'll stream tomorrow, but you don't know. What's a game you want to play, Very? Rest the language, not the game. Nice. I'm not big brain enough for programming stuff, me either. Oh, you totally could. There's zig bindings for Raylib. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Yep, it should. 1524446. GLX create window. I'm not sure. I'm suspicious it only supports to OpenGL 3.3, so if that's the case, no, it might be 4.3, and I think compute is in 4.6. I do kind of wish it would tell me, like, where. I guess that might be too much to ask for. Oh, maybe. I'm honestly not all that knowledgeable on OpenGL. I never used it much beyond just like, oh, very simple demos. Uses 4. Ah, okay, okay. That's kind of similar to what we're getting. I think Raylam uses. Yeah, that would make sense. Huh. Alright. I can't help but wonder. So I said a moment ago I was gonna be lazy. Still using the internet. Has been stuck on the same thing for 10 minutes, oh no. Alright. What was that thing I was being lazy on earlier? Was this default screen? So, how do I initialize the window with this default screen? I don't, it's just there. What the heck? But I need a screen. Grr. How do I do my pixels? Do I do my pixels? Maybe I don't do the pixels. Yeah, we're using YouTube Music today. If only WASM4 had more colored out. If only. That is, well, sorta. It's a Nova. Hi. How's the Nova doing? Are you feeling better? That emote? Wait, that's not what I wanted to click on. I love that emote. Maybe a little better. Okay, okay. Good, good. Uh, wait. We have this Windows screen root. This is what I want. Where did you come from? Whence do you originate? Wait. I do the same thing there. I don't understand. Oh, the music's a bit loud. Alright. Music. Music on silent. Of more quieter, hopefully. Alright, it doesn't look to be an issue there. Our config attributes. And then we go down here and, well, it's not crashing here. Or I think it's crashing there. I could totally be wrong. Hold on, we probably should confirm that. Wonder, does this work? Hi. Wait, we have an error. What's the error? Oh, what the heck? What were you attempting to do, Stewie? Am I like missing? I don't think I am. Ah, some Unicode stuff. Ah. Alright, so we can do Raytracer. And let's throw it the Valgrind. Let's get a more accurate line in which we're failing. Crash now. I hereby demand you to crash. Gosh darn it, crash. Hurry up. And do the crash. There it is. Alright, don't give us the line of failure. Grr. Okay. But it's not failing with that. It's on GL create a window. Let's try to so we map our window and then let's flush. Maybe that could work. Negatory. What? Thank you for the stretch and liquidate. I had a suspicion something like this was gonna happen tonight. Invalid attribute list. Which is what we're doing. I get sentinel. Hmm. So all it does is choose kinda just the first config. I just wish like I could get some more information. What is like serial number of field request? Major opcode. Let's see if we can get some more information on this. Alright, that works kind of as intended. I personally hated setting up the X11 platform layer. I wrote this years ago, and I normally piece it to and from together. And as you can see, there's even still errors each time I go to do it. Alright, let's try a different tactic. I wonder, hold on. Let me go back to my old sample code real quick. Where is it set up? I'm a little suspicious now. Where is main? Where the fudgeroni did I put main? There it is. The more I use Node, the more I regret it. Oh no. You don't have BTTV? I might not, I don't know. I guess not. Oh, whoa, Nemu. I mean, Neem Cute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was stream? How are you doing? Yes, you are. I will not hear it. Welcome in. What were you up to today? Yeah. Everyone go follow Nimcute. You better. You better not be bad. Be glad. But how are you? How was stream? The rest of the stream was good? Nice. That's good to hear. Imagine Dragons? Yeah, this is Imagine Dragons. This is a cover done by Atlas. I've never heard of them before. Yeah, Nemo, if you need to, like, step away for a bit and go away because streaming, totally understand. Hold on. Oh, I just noticed Stewie came in with Q Raid. Nice, I approve. But the three main skills of what I'm doing rely on each other to succeed. You can, what were you playing? Sorry, I must have missed that message. Hold on, I wonder if the shoutout will tell me. Oh, Sue. Oh, I see. It's too late, you got outvoted on that. I agree, Stewie. Through unanimous voting, I hereby declare your name as Nimcute. I'm sorry. It's too late. It can't be changed. Yes. The people have spoken. Sorry. But for the new people, I'm Enlin. I mostly do sort of game dev related stuff. Tonight we're trying to do the absurd task of loading an OpenGL. And it is not going well. We have this cryptic error message, and we're working on deciphering it. Also, thank you for the follow, Sam. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Alright, finally, I think we found... We have not found main yet. There it is. Nope, okay, so I was a little curious if I had loaded Glad before creating the window, and the answer is no. Sorry, I can't quite show this code on stream, so you'll have to take my word for it. This error shouldn't be related to Glad at all because we haven't touched it. What Oh My Bash theme is that? That is a good question. Robbie Russell. It was from a list of these themes. It is. Is this Coldplay? I'm terrible at knowing names of bands. Unfortunately. But it is very relaxing. Wait, I can't imagine you haven't done this before. What haven't you done? You're licking the stew. I assume that's a stew, even though it's not. It's like rendering as a, I don't know, like a cupcake that fell over. What happens if we... I'm just still suspicious that it's something right here. It is not. Connection timed out. I know it's so sad. Nova, the cupcake fell over. But it's Stewie's on the case. Stewie's licking the cupcake. Cycles here. Oh. Dang. I'm at a complete loss. We pass in our display, we pass in our config, our handle. This. Alright, since Valgrind let us down, let's go to a bit more extreme measures in figuring this out. Aha! The error message was lying to us this entire time. It is make current context that's failing. At least it doesn't seem. Okay, that's good. That's good. You can just do it in pieces. The chunks that your internet allows. So we pass on our display, our context. And I don't understand this GLX window twice. That doesn't quite make sense. Ah, okay. But it gives us something a bit easier to Google. Oh no, you discovered my commands. I say oh no because they're just like, they're not accurate at all. I'm a little curious, Stewie. Does the emote show up properly for you? Yeah, yeah, you can shout out yourself if you want to. What is nuclear use? Hold on. Oh, this is wild. How does this work? I'm now more than a little confused. Wait, I didn't know it did that. Does star shout out the current streamer? Oh no, Very. What have you done? Glob shout out. Everyone gets shouted out. Alright, I'm gonna have to step away real quick. Very, I'm gonna do the random thing once I get back. Also, welcome in, Neil. I hope you're doing well. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. It's a B, so you do see it, Stewie. Good, good. Oh my goodness. Well, Stewie, I mean, not Stewie, Very has asked that we do a random. What's my commands? Oh, it's SE. That's what it was. I'm forgetting colors. Set random color. Oh no, it's not gonna tell me. I thought I had a function for this. Alright, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way then. So, part of why I'm using Visual Studio Code is for the Stokey theme. And, oh, I don't have my, alright, we're gonna do this one. So we can do this silly little, what was that? 02 dark obsidian sticker wallpaper. What's going on? I don't think we're getting stickers tonight. We'll just have to live with the theme. Where's my timer? There we go. I hope you're happy. This isn't a bad theme, though. My fingerless hand shoes. Well, thank you. Oh gosh, this is green. Send help. I'm honestly about to go back to Vim. Like, Visual Studio just isn't quite doing it for me. Fingerless hand shoes, that's what they are from now on. They're fingerless hand shoes. I am at a complete and total loss to what this problem is. Because hmm, yeah, that's totally true, Stewie. Oh, hey, it's this song. Specifies the X. Well, that's not what I wanted. So what is our window handle here? Now I'm providing it an XCB window T. In my code over here, I'm providing it window. IntelliJ doesn't have. I honestly haven't used IntelliJ since university. So it's whatever we passed. XCB create window. No. 4. XCB create window. It was cool. The IDE must have improved quite a bit over time. Alright, so it definitely takes in a window T. So I would expect to be passing in the right thing, actually. Basic plugin seems to just be some integration. Yeah. Yeah, it's not very well featured. I haven't done too much research into what the proper one to use is, though. I really should. You enjoyed using JetBrains stuff in the past. But they did consume all your RAM. Well, I need my RAM. It is necessary. Uh, I'm trying to decide. I'm about to throw out this entire backend, if I'm being kind of honest. I'm a little curious about something. Same game dev. Oh wow, he included it completely in a source tree. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna snag this repo. It was only on 8 gigabytes at the time, could probably easily handle now with 32. Oh gosh. Wonder if Cycles will finish downloading stuff today. Maybe, maybe. It just might happen. I got Stu's little project. Here it is. Go through there. Isn't it? It isn't. Oh, I put it in my own little spot. I want GLFW. I really wish folders wouldn't just keep opening themselves because it's getting really annoying. Um, you could totally ask, Sam. I don't know how much I would know about the Linux side. I'm honestly more familiar with Windows than I am with Linux. In the past, most of my Linux work has been just make it run on the platform. But yeah, I could totally, if I can answer it, I'll try to. Giga and based. For real, for real. Then somewhere down here. Let's do here. And then in mainzig, let's do this import. Yuki, how's the Yuke doing? Also, I realize I haven't been really giving shoutouts, but everyone go follow Yuki and Nova. That is a demand. Have I missed anyone else? That's right. I shout out cheese. Indeed, indeed. But I hope the Yuke's doing well. How was your stream earlier? The game you're playing is just like I was still working, but it's like so nice to just that soundtrack on in the background. What if I am already following them? Oh. Well, I recommend taking 2 steps back. What am I doing? Importing. That's what we're doing. Undeclared optimize. Where is my timer and why isn't it up? Finally. Save me from this theme. I think I was using cat between my eyes. The stream was fun. Got slightly further than the first time. Awesome. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, that comes through now because I'm listening to YouTube music. I forgot about that. What was it? It was just mode. It should not be called mode, but whatever. Alright, that's kind of expected. I wonder if one could render dock that game. Oh, you totally could. So RenderDoc is a frame capture software often used with graphics debugging. But you could totally hook it up to just games, and you can just do frame captures to see what's going on. It's super cool. How am I? I am doing good. I almost had a disaster at the start of stream with my coffee, but we were able to recover. Monka. Sounds like it requires a lot of knowledge to be able to make the somewhat. I think, yeah, just like what Stewie said, you don't need too much knowledge to use it. But if you have a lot of knowledge, you can dig pretty deep. Disaster, yeah. I accidentally bumped. So there's a little knob on the front of my coffee maker that tells you how large of a cup you want. And I might have bumped it up to the next knob by accident. And it overflowed and went all over the counter, and there was a pool of coffee. Did you get a straw out? Well, no, I got some paper towels out. All right. I have forgotten how to initialize GLFW. It's been too long. So what we're gonna do is this. Well, that's one way to do it. I might actually just grab this too while we're at it. Hold on, how many? Only up to 3.3. I mean, honestly, we don't really need higher than 3.3 with what we're doing at the moment. All right, let's do a sample real quick. Minimal GL. This one uses SDL instead. Which honestly, I don't really care what we use. I just want a window. Yep, I use RenderDoc literally all the time at work. Go for it. Pastor Miyuki. You get a, I mean, it depends. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna use GLFW. We're gonna use SDL. I've changed my mind. Oh, thank you for the stretch and liquidate. Use win in it. I never want to touch win in it again, Stewie. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to hear that name. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna hydrate with coffee. Give me one real quick. Give me one moment, Sam, and I'll answer that question or those questions, and I'll kind of show you. There's a little tool you can use to kind of show some of that. Here it is. So we just use SDL package instead. Although Stewie might beat me to it. And then we hop to main for CSDL. Nope. Or Where in the world is my VK info? Did they remove that? Oh, it's just Vulcan info and blind. A Smartwood person would have dumped this to a file. I was hoping to be able to have a... Sorry, I was hoping to have a nicer visual than this. But we'll just have to go with it. Let me just hop back to your previous question to make sure I'm gonna... So, all right. When we're talking about GPU memory, it depends a little bit on whether you're using a discrete, integrated, or console GPU, because they each work a bit differently. So I'm going to assume we're talking about a discrete GPU for a moment. So usually your GPU are going to have a couple different types of heaps associated with them. So I have a 3090 Ti and I have 3 heaps. This first one with about 12 gigabytes, or really 10 useful gigabytes. A second memory heap, that's 23 gigabytes, and a fourth one that is specified heap local. Or I got 2 of them. Actually, I don't know what this third one is because it's... Hold on. Crap, now I'm getting myself curious. Okay, long story short, is usually you have some CPU managed memory that is usually flagged for CPU visible GPU memory. And then that gets copied across the PCI bus over to your GPU visible heaps. So yeah, long story short, usually the GPU memory maps to its own system. However, if this is an integrated or console GPU, that's not entirely true. Because both the CPU and the GPU are going to share the same memory pool, although it kind of gets divided. Yeah, I was going to VK info or Vulkan info to kind of take a little peek at our memory heaps, because I was a little curious what I had. If I had my Vulkan render up and going, I'd probably be able to share more detail. So if the GPU runs out of memory, it will kick chunks of other memory out, basically, just like how virtual memory works. Although you kind of just get SOL if you completely use up all your possible memory. Oh, wait, hold on, I take that back. About virtual memory doesn't quite work the same as the CPU, because you can't page out to disk. Because I was thinking about a different system there. But yeah, once your GPU runs out of memory, you just can't use anymore. So it can't swap out to system. Although older APIs like OpenGL would do that for you. And the newer ones like Vulkan or D3, D12, you'll have to manage that. So that's that case yourself. What's the reason for multiple independent heaps? They do different things. Or slightly different things. Let's see if I can find this in the Vulkan specs so I don't accidentally say something wrong. Does the CPU... yes, the CPU will push... The CPU will push memory to the GPU and tell the GPU what address to bind to read when we want to go access it in a shader. On Vulkan, this is done through descriptors. So a descriptor is more or less like a pointer, but not quite. It's more like an address. But basically, you just tell the GPU, hey, there is a texture at this address. I'm going to bind it to this texture slot, so when we go to access that texture slot in the shader, the GPU will be able to resolve the address. So both of these will be, and this is our VRAM. All right, that makes sense. Okay. I remember now. Okay, so this first heap, our 10 gigabytes one, is our device local. So this means this is memory that can only be accessed on the GPU. So usually when we go to upload a texture, what we'll do is we'll have the texture in a CPU buffer and we copy it to a GPU visible buffer. But we can't read from that GPU visible buffer. So this is the type of memory that is. The second type is memory that can be either GPU only, CPU only, or shared between the two. And the third memory heap is, again, GPU only, but it is for virtual memory. But yeah. Modern APIs can read stuff. Yep, that is a lot how direct storage on Xbox works. And I don't know what it's called on PS5 because I haven't worked much for the PS5. I haven't touched much of that API, sadly. Although, yeah. Once more, virtual memory. Yeah, it's just virtual. GPU, VRAM, that's it. So you mentioned something like when the GPU fills up with memory, what does it do? Well, it's going to try and save it to some virtual memory. And if it can't, well, you're out of memory, so you can't. So that's how, yeah, so what you do is you kind of, if you're doing some sort of memory management, you basically, you know the sizes, you can query for the sizes of these heaps, and you basically just track how much memory you're using out of them. And either you rely on that to let you know when you have to unload and reload, or you let the actual API calls tell you you're out of memory. What's the difference between a pointer and address? The reason why I differentiated the Yuki is in some programming languages, a pointer isn't just an address, it might have some other metadata. So I wanted to distinguish between the two just in case. Like if you come from Rust, pointers are fat, so they don't just have the address, they have some other information. Ah. Oh, okay, I got that confused. Thank you, Stewie. Good thing getting woken up by the noise from nearby construction. It's like, well, hello, Stephen. Welcome in. How's you doing? That was a good memory refresher on my side. It's been a while since I've looked at this. We're eventually gonna do all this on stream whenever I get around to doing Vulkan again. Does a GPU have its own kernel? Well, yes, it kinda does. It does have its own driver and yeah, pretty much its own kernel internally. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know what AMD does, to be honest, but NVIDIA is completely closed. We don't know how it works. So, although honestly, I'm not too familiar with the hardware. That's one area I need to learn more about. Okay, they might be fat, at least if you make them. I know slices are definitely fat. Yeah, so like the reason why slices with like what Stewie's saying is fat, because it'll be the address and the length of the slice. But yeah. And I also specify address because, like, if this was D3D12 as an API, I can actually alias buffers. So if we're taking advantage of virtual addressing, the address is like a little more descriptive, at least from my perspective. All right. We are gonna do away with this window because I'm about that life. We'll figure out pump messages here in a moment. No, it was virtual basic, so that string pointer rather than var pointer. Interesting. What was var pointer? Honestly, Yuki, I was being pedantic. Unnecessarily specific, which probably caused confusion. Alright, where's our example that I just want to yoink from? Yeah, if anyone's thinking about doing anything with Zig, this is like the repo to go to. Michael's work on like doing a whole bunch of samples are like freaking cool. It's like I've partially learned Zig by reading a lot of this. Kinda, yeah, it's kinda like Are We Game Yet? But nowhere near as advanced. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a pro gamer move and copy some code. I think I like that. I'm not entirely sure. I've never used far pointer on a string. Ah, okay. Yuki, have never programmed in Visual Basic. Honestly, I don't really know what Visual Basic looks like. Although I know you've done Visual Basic on string a couple times because that was what your Snake Yuki game was. Far pointer would give you what you expect on any other data type. Interesting. Awesome. I do not know about I do not know about awesome game dev. Oh, Snook was a game maker. Oh, I could have swore you were doing that in Visual Basic. I must be going crazy. Oh, that's pretty cool. I want a nice diagram. Give me a nice diagram. I know there's some that exist. I know I saw one on Twitter, but I'm not gonna go looking on Twitter. Grr. Oh no. You found my commands. One of these days I'm gonna fix them. But it's almost funny leaving them like they are. We're currently trying to set up a Raytracer, but we're not doing it the easy way because I'm a crazy person. So yeah, Sam, basically LLVM is kind of used to output, if I understand correctly, just output in a format that the vendor can then take and convert to, I guess, whatever their machine language is. What would be the easy way? Well, you don't do what I'm doing and start off with writing your own platform layer, which has honestly made me annoyed, and or integrating SDL. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. STL's not so bad. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the reason why I was doing my own platform layer is because I had platform code up and going, but I've never used that platform code with OpenGL. I was always with Vulkan. So I was getting some bugs and I don't feel like hunting them down. Honestly, for the sake of simplicity, we could honestly just grab the OpenGL bindings rather than doing nonsense I'm doing with Glad, because 3.3 gets the job done. We won't need, as I said earlier, platform code now in Rust. Now it's in Zig. Look, all right, you know. Makes sense. I noticed that NVIDIA schematics had an assembler. Uh, Yeah. What am I looking? I'm looking for Thunar. Hello. C, D, Java? Well, we already have it in C. That's what the platform layer is written in. I'm never touching Java again if I can help it. Let's see. Don't mind me being absolutely blind. I will find OpenGL. There it is. Get our bindings. And then, oh, not OLG. OGL. What? I thought I fixed that. My brain is currently in another realm right now. What in the world is it doing? Alright. I probably missed some stuff. If the B, which is a pointer to a pointer of a string. Fascinating. Oh, well, I'm glad I was able to help a little bit, Sam. What's wrong with Java? It's just not the language for me. WGSL, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of want my shader languages to be as simple as possible, and injecting Rust into that toolchain is, I don't know, it feels like it's unnecessary to me. Although I can understand. I can understand the desire to, like, only be programming in one language. Totally. Defer to that. Don't defer to me, Yuki. You know a lot. Thanks for the late night stream. Alright. Good night, Sammy. One thing about all those formats is that you usually. Yep. Yep. Web GPU. Well, wait, am I thinking of the wrong thing with WGSL? Hold on. I might be thinking of the wrong project. Something tells me this is not. This is not it. Rowan. Wait. Where is this? New Jersey, okay. 32-bit. Java will be good. And then structs are added. Copium. Yep. Eat those strawberries, Scotty. 32-bit length, null terminator. Huh. Let's add the shaders to it. Really? Why would Apple? Yeah. I keep saying WebGL. I should stop, but I mean WebGPU. I really do. I swear. Alright, we really don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. Yeah, well, yeah. We'll leave it. Alright, so. Like Metal, DX12, and Vulkan. Yeah. Oh yeah, I understand the difference. I just keep getting the names interchanged because they're so similar. Ah, yeah, that makes sense, Scully. Um, I guess the first language I learned was Java, and it was by like university. Just it was just university being university, and it kind of turned me off from the language. That's mostly why. I'm sure the language is good these days. My eyes. All right. So let's go in and add this in. All right, so let's actually pause here and try and run it. Oh, Yuki's gonna clog the pipes. I dare say that's an overshy. Uh, has its own WebGPL. Hmm. Oh, you're confused? It's just the complex. The language itself is complex. I I really like simplicity of shaders. Oh, my bad. I misread that. Whoops. Were you talking? I might have been. I don't know anymore, Stewie. I don't know what's going on in my brain. It doesn't know. Uh, see, OpenGL. All right. Probably because. Let's do that. It does. Wait, wrong file. What if I just do it like that? Negatory. Unknown directive version. Yep, yep. Although OpenGL, I don't know about OpenGL, but CUDA's like C++ these days. Although I've never really used OpenGL. Wow, I'm just having all sorts of issues tonight. Unknown directive version. Thank you for the pats, Yuki. Oh, we already got it installed. Oh, thank you for the stretch and the liquidate. Although my liquidate will be with coffee. Okay, so OpenGL similar to CUDA then. What's going on? There's no way this is related to. Sam, there's like a couple different ways because performance of a shader can be influenced by a whole bunch of things. There's the most direct like approaches which what Stewie described, where you either look at like how long it took to run that pipeline, and then try and profile from there. You might look at register occupancy, so like how big the shader is. You might actually end up looking at adjacent shaders, and just see how their shader occupancy is and if they're influencing your current shader. There's a couple different things you can do. But yeah, the big one's just like how long does it take for your shader to run? Wait, we don't need to do that. All right, that was a bit of a long shot. Yep, that too. Trying to get consistent shaders working is hard. Especially because NVIDIA and AMD have differences in a lot of things. Wait, I was just looking at .a files. Where the heck were they? I feel like I'm going crazy. To devs, sorta. A lot of the times, devs internally from a company will communicate quite a bit, just to try and get an idea of how like the hardware has behaved on like previous game titles. Also, a lot of game studios, especially the bigger ones, um, have like direct contact with various IHVs. So they can kind of get like more direct answers like, hey, how does this hardware work? And then other times you just have to sit down and profile it, see how it works. Okay, I genuinely don't understand what's going on. Why is... Am I getting an error from Git LFS? This is so weird. Although I have to be, it has to be giving me a... one-bit example I found out anecdotally. They were, interesting. I wonder. I totally see what they were doing, but there's something going on with that shared file. Link system library name. What was I using? Just link system library. I'll leave it at that. Let's just see what happens. We should fail compilation. Ah, perfect. So, okay. Here's what was happening. Basically, for some reason their shared object was for STL2 the library was corrupted. I guess maybe they didn't have LFS properly timed. For whatever reason, we just use our own system library and it works. Are there time tables for GPU ISA instructions? I know for NVIDIA it'll probably be proprietary. I don't know too much about AMD though. Are there other things that are more common in shader code? Branching, well, so branching code, surprisingly, okay, it depends. So if your wave, so you can have, there are two things to keep track of when we're talking about branching in shaders. So usually you'll have a set of GPU threads called a wave executing all the same instruction at the same time. So if we have an if else and that entire wave goes down one branch, you have no performance lost. However, if one part of your wave goes down the first branch and the other part goes down the second branch, well, no matter what, you'll have to execute both branches. So that's where that slowdown comes from. So if you can predict that you're only going to execute kind of one of those branches, it's all right. But there is another caveat, which is the number of registers you're using. So you can kind of think of an if else as a bit of a union. of the total number of registers needed to execute either branch. So you can have some performance impact there if you're always executing a branch that does not have a lot of registers, but the other branch does. Yep, same instruction, multiple thread, SIMT. I believe it's called. Same thing. Interesting. Oh yeah, DX is pretty cool. There's also a version of it in HLSL, but I'm forgetting the function name off the top of my head. All right, so pump messages is obsolete. We no need no more. So let's hop back to our sample. Is this... That's the two cellos. I knew it sounded familiar. I used a lot of it. Oh, yeah. I used it for a visualizer I wrote not too long ago. Texture visualizer. Texel density, that's the name of it. When I say not too long ago, I mean like a year and a half ago, but oh well. Were we doing this? I want... You know what? We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna call it main loop. And I'll say while true. If we're quit and if we're escape, which actually matches. All right, we're getting rid of all of this. This was notes from a different project that I really don't care about. Yeah, we were using key escape before. Okay, yeah, a mid-map is just usually you downsample your texture by powers of 2. So that you can make sure that you're only sampling a pixel as few times as you need to. Is it normal for Raytracer to do one pass or light? What do you mean, Scully? Yeah, you could do it with any data too if you wanted to. But I guess usually people refer to textures. All right, I'm getting lost. So we don't want to pump messages no more. We want to, just going to clear a window. What's our error? Use of undeclared identifier events. What we leave out. Probably this right here. aliasing to. Another can. Aw. You'll get there, Stewie. We got our window. This is what we should have did all along. If we hit escape. Oh, but we don't have key repeat back. Grr. I dream of the day we have a key repeat. I thought Microsoft Word was about to open. Interesting. There we go. No, I don't know why. So many, like, graphics tutorial stuff. Well, dude, that's just color of blue. I don't understand. It is what they do. Alright. Well, Yuki, if we do this, you'll get a stew. Alright, we're gonna break my setup momentarily. Don't mind me. Why isn't BTTV? Hold on. I swear I added BTTV. We're gonna get this working. I'm now dedicated, chat. I can't see you right now, I'm sorry. But it's a sacrifice that must be made. Better TTV. Wait. I don't think my browser I'm using here has an extension for this. Hold on. We're gonna add it anyways. Sure. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna pop it out. We're gonna allow for it to be popped out, and my pop-up blocker is gonna get angry. So now we have to go manage that extension. Gosh, it's also high maintenance. So we're gonna have to turn that off. And then we're gonna try and pop out again. We're actually gonna have to refresh the window first because Twitch is annoying. And now we pop out. And then we move this to the correct window. We move it up. And then we adjust the height a little bit. Like so. And we're back. So, if I now do, we should get a stew. Sweet. Magic. Are there any open source? You'll probably have best luck finding some maybe implemented with FPGAs, maybe. I don't know if there's any like industry like standard open source ones though. Streamer gone? No, chat was gone. I was here. Hmm. How is that for ray tracing, Scully? Did I read your original question? I'll be kind of honest. I don't really know how you should do lighting, like with lights on the GPU for a Raytracer. That's like a huge reason why I'm wanting to do this project. Because I have never done anything more than a very, very, very basic Raytracer. So I would like to know the answer to that myself. I haven't decided yet, Stewie. I don't know if I want to use RTX or not. You vote compute. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Get to do a lot of fun of figuring out how to manage data structures on the GPU. Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, I need to stand up for a quick moment, and then I guess we're gonna start building a very simple renderer that's really just made up of a frame buffer. Maybe we'll just throw in the second frame buffer for potential UI. I don't know. People said 2D tile lights. I use shadow casting on the CPU. Ah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know too much about that. Is this for like a 2D project, Scully? Because I guess that changes some stuff a little bit. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, just kidding. Holy moly, Neil. Goodness gracious, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. You can't see me waving my hands, but I am, thank you. Wait, Yuki, I didn't say I was going to the restroom, I just said I was standing up. But I am going to the restroom and I'll try not to fall in. All right, I am returning. I can just settle. Yeah. So, what's really interesting about my experience in graphics, which is part of what I really want to fix, is most of what I work on is engine related rather than like algorithmic related, if that makes any sense. Which is like something I really want to fix. Well, not fix, but like gain a bit more of an understanding of effects and stuff. Especially lighting, which again is why we're doing ray tracing. Or attempting to. Maybe we'll get there one day. I have a dream it'll happen eventually. Alright, we're just gonna delete all this. It's no longer needed. Did that come through the mic just then? Someone shouted out in the hall. Wait, do structs need to be... Oh gosh, I forgot. How could you make a new language in 2020 and have your structs have to end with a semicolon? Okay, I know why. Because types are expressions in Zig. It makes sense. But all right. Oh, oh, it's not this one. Okay. I want to see. Although I don't have to see it, and that's okay. We'll just do it like this. Oh, I don't want to do it like that. All right, to the docs. I'm at the point where I'm speaking gibberish. It's been too long since I've used this language. Mm, Um, it depends on what type of renderer you're using, BSCal. Are you using a custom renderer? You're probably right, Sam, and I used the wrong terminology. How does Zig explain it? Ah, here it is. This is the correct explanation, is that structs are namespace functions that you call with the dot syntax. Wait, I misread that crap. That's methods. I'm crazy. I'm getting tired. It's been a while. I totally used the wrong phrasing. Learand, welcome in. Learand also does some cool game dev. Yeah, that was my bad. So, BSCal, if you are wanting to look at different ways of calculating lighting from a renderer perspective, I don't know how you're doing rendering or if this is going to help you, but there's a couple different. Well, I don't know if this will be very helpful because this is 2D, but hold on, my brain is going off on a tangent. Yeah, I'll post this anyways. So there's just a couple different rendering techniques you can do to handle lots of lights in a scene. And that particular article goes through free virus from Strimmer. Yep. I'll give it to you for free. No charge. Alright, fine. Be like that. So we just do self. Wait, that doesn't make sense. But how's the Erin doing? Alright, I guess that's just how that works. But that doesn't. No, I refuse to believe that's how that works, actually. Thank you for the stretch and liquidate. Lots to do tonight. Kinda wanna play a video game. What do you want to play? How am I? I'm getting pretty sleepy. Getting pretty sleepy. Alright, I refuse to believe. Let's just go to this. We're gonna look at some structs. Although, we might not do what I want. Grr. Maybe our minimal D3, D12. Okay, we're just gonna be all functional like reasonable programmers. Alright, fine. I'll do it my way. The question is what is my way? Aha. So that's how you do it. It is star self. Okay. I remember the syntax being a little funky. But I couldn't remember. There's no way we have to do that star. I refuse to believe it. Valheim, just build a cozy little house. That sounds like a very comfy evening. I like it. I think that's fine. If we do this, and we hop here. Welcome back, Stewie. Welcome back. What do we get? An error. We'll call it this. I'm not here for talking. Here's still match. Ah, that was left in the git build. Where are you? Be gone with the... Wait, who's telling people to... Oh, not quite. Wait, did I do that wrong? Am I crazy? Yeah, it's... Oh. Pubconst. Duh. Oh, do I have to explicitly stay void? We're gonna stumble our way through the syntax. Renderer, dot Oh, it's a Nova. We are crashing. What in the world? This is a very weird crash. I'm gonna pretend it's not happening. Wait. What comments? But yeah, totally intending to be funny. All right. Hop into this renderer. Hashtag Leah. Heck yeah, goop goop. Welcome in. How are you doing? As per Liren's recommendation, I have the Leah tag slides into your renderer. Oh my. Oh, how do we want to do this? First, I'm gonna up my mic. I think I might have prematurely deleted some files. So we're gonna go hunt them back down. Because I really don't feel like writing stuff off the top of my head when a lot of this code already exists. Although I guess I also need the header file. You could basically do a 2D equivalent. Yeah, we definitely missed the Nova stream. Nova streams. I really miss my repeating keys. I want them back. Alright, let's look a little bit at enums real quick. They're expected to be snake case, which is not what we have here. I don't suppose they can just be numbers. My dry sense of humor. Well, I don't know what I'm saying to be funny, but I'm doing a good job. I'm sure there's a keybind in Visual Studio to 5, 6, 7. Just kidding, I can't count because there's 8. And, well, maybe we can do this. And then we do attachment depth. Stencil. And I don't think we need the count anymore. Our handle. I guess we could erase. It's just a GLint, if I remember correctly. And we use count. Is there a way? There's gotta be. Yeah. Well, I guess that's a way to do it. And then an array. But I don't know how to write an array. Wait, yes I do. Which, by the way, this is all wrong. Should be pub. Like that. And then our textures bounds, which I believe looks like this. And then we want to do I've lost it. No. Wait, just kidding. Ignore the crash. The crash isn't happening, I swear. Alright, just kidding. I don't know how to do it. I'm doing non-needs. Alright. Don't mind me just observing y'all's conversation. Yeah. Yep. This is Let It Go, which is a fun song. Overused a little bit when the movie came out. But, you know. Alright, what was some of the operations we did on a frame buffer? We want to pass in. Wait, I can't remember if this was a zig thing or if this was a Odin thing. I should tinker with less languages because I always get them confused. There is no maple there. You didn't see anything. Ah, this is an interesting conundrum. We'll look at it in a moment. I think I can do array assignments. So what we're gonna do is bar results frame buffer dot width and although I really hate FFI nonsense, simple problems so hard. By hard, I mean just the dependency order of things gets annoying. I mean, I could do something like this. I could just give it an invalid handle. And then it'll just work. Const. Well, let me check out the array section before I go any farther. Right there. Here we are. And so here's our array literal. What I want to do is be able to just pretty much zero an array. So what happens if I just do this without that special operator? That was U32. Welcome in, EXO. Thank you for the resub. And oh my goodness, it's been 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 months since I returned to streaming. Oh my goodness. But how are you doing? Thank you for the sub. 4 minutes is a long time, I know, right? I'm very tired and sad, but you're feeling better. Good, good. Well, I hope you continue to keep feeling better. No sad EXO. Wait, my sub for you has expired. I can't do exopats. This is a crime. So we're gonna do bunny pats instead. Then we do this fancy bind call. Which is, well, we might as well make that a... We might as well make it a function, because this will get called a few different times. We gotta declare self here in a moment, but it's gonna be something like GL bind frame buffer, maybe? Yes, EXO, you don't have hard emotes. Maybe one day you can get them. Let's actually... Goes over in main. Where's our swap buffer? So it was like that? Cool. I was remembering correctly. One day. And it needs to be handle. And rather than doing this, what we're gonna do is first use bind. It's just gonna be result.bind. And we'll do self dots. I just wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for stopping by, EXO. Thank you for the sub. I hope you have a good night. And we'll just have a small separate function for unbind, which honestly does not need to take in self. They can just do frame buffer dot unbind. No, no, you, EXO. No, you. Although I guess semantically it makes more sense to do it like this. Even though we're not going to use self. Because that just makes a bit more sense as an API. Oh, nope, it's perfectly fine, Stewie. Although, if y'all wanted to take it to the Discord, it might be easier. But I don't particularly care. Might have to do gl.gl none. Although, maybe it has to be that. And same thing here. So, we go through, we initialize our little array, frame buffer, we create our handle, we bind it. Although I think are frame buffers bound on creation? I don't quite remember. We make sure, this is a little weird. I think this was just being thorough. And then we unbind it at the end. All right. I think, well, wait. Oh, because we have to bind it here. What happens if we try and bind to a texture slot? Ow, my eyes. I'm blinded. We try and bind to a texture slot that already has a texture bound to it. So if we pass 0, actually, it will unbind the current texture. Oh, that explains a little bit. Okay. So what this is doing here, I think, is just making sure there's nothing bound to the frame buffer. Also, thank you for the follow. Man, Opak, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. So this wording is basically don't try and bind a texture to a texture slot if the pre-existing texture is currently being rendered to or read from. And that's just warning about if you destroy an image that's currently attached. So what I think I need to do is first copy this. Well, yeah, so probably for the rest of the stream, just about, it's going to be writing a lot of boilerplate. Although it's 10:30, so I probably should wrap up stream pretty soon. Don't know why it's doing that. 24-hour stream, unfortunately, BS Cal. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. Now, here's the thought. We pass in self, the texture ID, and the slot. Mm-hmm. 4:30. Wow, it's 10:30 for me. So we'll probably finish up this frame buffer. So the reason why we're doing this is because we're gonna eventually have a couple different frame buffers. Although this is probably over-engineering for what we need right now. Oh well. Might as well finish it, it's not a complicated class. Okay, so first up. Yeah, I didn't help too much, but thank you, Stewie, for helping out BSCal. So we don't mind too much. Again, so what I'm gonna do is we're first gonna call this my attachments. Ah. Wait, I want the docs. Give me the docs. I mean, I assume it's a GLN. Let's do a pub function into GL. Getting a little distracted. Ah, thank you for the follow, Fox Mayano. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We're just gonna return to U32 because that's basically GLUN. And we're just gonna take that switch statement. I guess to drop it up here. Thank you for the liquidate and the stretch. I have proper water now. Let's get this with the proper naming convention. And I know there's going to be a couple errors from just not doing this correctly. Grr. Get down there. Thank you. So what was the correct syntax for this in enums? By the way, this doesn't have to do that. Let's just get rid of this, really. Well, no. So I could actually just say self here. That's pretty nifty. And what we'll do is, if we're less than attachment depth, I do too. I really like instrumental covers of songs. And this one's Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. I used to have one of the example scenes and cycles on the server. Oh, you got it. Heck yeah. Nice. Alright, I'm done typing that out. Stencil. Step stencil. Alright, so now we should just be able to call into... I don't know, Steven. I'm on YouTube Music and I just clicked on an instrumental playlist. I'll just watch VODs. Nice. Alright, so you should now be able to do GL slot SN0 for the texture. And then texture there. Now that's a pro gamer move, indeed, indeed. Texture. Don't know if me speaking would be a bonus there, Stewie. Oh, wait. Oh, Steven. Okay, it just clicked. The music's not in the VODs because of copyright. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'll be copyright struck and taken down. Are you planning on doing volumetrics? Yeah, I think volumetrics are in the second book of the Raytracing series. Nah, I'm sorry. But yeah, all I did was go to YouTube Music and type in instrumental. And there was a playlist for just like covers and stuff. Heck yeah. I'm looking at Stewie's posts in the Discord. Volumetrics are so satisfying to look at, especially when you get lights involved. Oh, they're so nice. I haven't seen the new. Are you talking about Godot 4? Should be following their new render features a lot more than I am. But I haven't really seen it. Ah, global. Oh, heck yeah. Alright, so. Interesting. I don't feel like doing these wrappers tonight, if I'm being kind of honest. So, alright, I swear, on Thursday, we're actually gonna start rendering things. I promise. It'll happen. Maybe. Alright, I should actually, before I call stream, I should, like, get this to compiling, because I know it's not. Yeah. I wonder. I know that's gonna spit out a compiler. And to see how well. No, 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 no. I really like Zig. So this is what we're gonna be using. We just have to scaffold ourselves up to being able to do things. Very, so I can finish stream. I'm not gonna do a random color stream. I will refund you those points though. If I can figure out how. Or maybe I'll just nom those points because I can do that. Make every component a separate language. But colors. Here, if I remember, remind me next stream that I owe you a random color scheme. And I'll do it. Alright, here's what you don't do. You forget that you're programming in Zig, and it does this. I don't know why my brain. So over the weekend I was doing a lot of C++ programming, so my brain's still in C++. Oh, so this actually wasn't. No way. How do I do block comments? Alright, well. Okay then. Alright, that's it for you? Wow. Good night, Fairy. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good sleeps. I know, right? I swear I have like half a dozen different languages syntax stuck in my head. But I'm still poking around at that custom C++ build system. It's just, I don't know. I've said it many times, but I just don't want to program in C++ anymore in my spare time. Many have tried, true. But the trick is doing, rather than trying to solve everyone's problems, I just want to solve mine. Alright, so this was an Odin thing. That was not a Zig thing. I have not really looked into scones. I really should though. I see you there, Scally. You dancing to the music. One of the downsides of being like a little PNG up here is that you don't get to see me bobbing to the music too. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll gain a dimension. Just make the PNG wiggle. That'll be hard. We gotta have tracking for that. Wait. Oh, that's right. Put a shader on it. Just wiggling, but how would it know when I'm wiggling? Gotta do self dot textures. Now, what's the chances it'll just auto cast for me? 100%. Nice. Make it wiggle to the music. I play some death metal one stream and then it's just all over the place. Alright, we still got our blue square. We still totally don't crash on shutdown. Don't worry about that. It does. I think there's like a Zig format. I think, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. Oh, wait. I don't really know, honestly, all that the build system is capable of. Oh, it's totally not as feature complete as Clippy. I can probably guarantee that. I think Rust has like a good decade of development and hundreds of developers on Zig, so it's just gonna smaller feature set, I suppose. Not much you can do there. Wait, what is a Zig Zen? Oh, it's their manifesto. Yeah, mostly with compilation for Zig. My biggest complaint is this right here. Like, when it's coupled with an error, it's just so hard to grep it, right? It's not formatted at all. I get it. They haven't done their 1.0 release yet, but it's still. Oh, it's so hard to read. But the formatting for errors have gotten a lot nicer for sure. Like, this didn't used to be a thing. Oh, yeah, it's. Whoops. We're at 0.11. What if we secretly take out all the heads of Rust? Well, I like Rust though. Rust is a really cool language. Yeah, the developer of Zig he's doing a great job. Especially when you consider he's working with a team of like 5 people. I think it might even be less than 5. You probably can't use Ferris as a variable name. I mean, that's a build error, so I guess it does that. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that morning example of like you using your own pie over the built-in. But that just be my internal, I want to do it myself talking. What are you staring at there, be a scout? I mean, Scally. Yeah, for a long time, Andrew Kelly is the founder of Zig. He was working on it by himself. I don't think he officially hired anyone until I think he went full time on it. I don't remember, but I mean, it's open source, of course, so there's probably more contributors than the core 5. So I was probably doing it. Was probably doing a lot of people a disservice who help. So yeah, 648 contributors, so a bit more than 5. I have to go, but thank you. Thank you for being here. You had a cat. Give the cats pats for me, including pats for a cheese cat. Hope you have a good night, Yuki. Thank you for being here. I don't know, Stewie. I mean, people have different applications sometimes. But that was probably a pedantic example to like cherry pick on my part. But okay. I need to call stream. I need to call stream. Um, who do we got on right now? You know what? I haven't rated K10 in forever. And she's doing um she's doing game dev too. K10 is a super cool streamer. See, can I get a shout out for her? Yeah. So thank you all for being here. We are probably going to stream again on Thursday, continuing this up. Maybe we'll actually start the ray tracing. Fingers crossed. I hope so. Anyways, hopefully I'll see you all then, and have a good rest of your time zone. Bye bye.